Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina. Welcome to my backyard organic garden. I wanted to say hey to all of my new subscribers. I'm really shocked that people subscribe to this channel, but I think it's great. Just a little background information for you. I obviously live in South Arkansas. I am gardening in Zone 8A, and this is only my second year of gardening. I primarily have raised bed gardens, and then I do have an in-ground no-till garden in the back that I keep pumpkins and watermelons and okra, and I've kind of made it my squash cucurbit type area for this year, for this growing season, I'll say that. But I have some exciting news in that I just got my seed order in for my second summer garden. I guess some people will call this your summer garden, because I guess technically you plant other things in the spring. So I have labeled it my midsummer garden, and these things, most of all these seeds I got were for Baker Creek, and I will list them in the description box below. You can see what variety they were, and I do that for all the things I grow in my garden, what the seeds are and where I got them. These seeds that I ordered and just received yesterday, I specifically chose them because of their growing duration, meaning if they're like really short day varieties, and also thinking about things in the fall. These are also going to be things that are going to be in my fall garden. Not all of them I'm not going to plant today, but just the majority of the ones that I ordered, and I kind of wrote down on my fancy garden plan exactly where these are going to go. So what I do is I draw out my 6 beds, 2, 4, 6, and then this is the back garden, and I just write on here with pencil letters, like this is OK for okra, CR is gonna be for corn, watermelon, things like that. That is kind of how I have been doing it, and once it gets planted, then I put a circle around it, so I know that is what is actually growing there. But let's look at some of the seeds that we're gonna be growing, that we're gonna be planting today, hopefully. I really would have liked to have planted this stuff this morning, but honestly, I'm not a morning person, so yeah, here we are. And I'm probably going to be out of town for the next couple days, so I need to get these in, get them watered, and hopefully when I get back, they'll all be germinated, right? Alright, so let's take a look. Okay, so first we're just going to take a look at what I got. So we got Brussel Sprouts, and these, it said it was ideal choice for first-time growers, so that's bought them. But I'm not going to plant these today. Okay, a Berry's Crazy Cherry Tomato. Now I really wanted to find a Sun Gold cherry tomato, but I looked on, wildboarfarms.com and Baker Creek and in my gardener. I did not check Johnny Seeds, but I don't normally buy from them, so it didn't really cross my mind. Anyway, I couldn't find any this late in the game, so I'm going to settle for these and try to grow one of these. It doesn't say exactly how many days it needs, but I think I have enough days. Today's like July 8th, I think, 7th or 8th. And so my first expected frost date is not really till November 7th. Last year, and it varies every year, but last year it was, way warmer, way longer. So I'm just going to go ahead and plant these, and hopefully I'll get a harvest. I'm really, really excited about this one. This is a watermelon, this Sugar Baby Bush watermelon, and it says that it is dwarf vine, only about 3.5 feet of vine, and it yields 10-pound fruit. So I'm thinking this is for a more compact space, and it's going to give you like a smaller kind of a personal to like 2-person size watermelon, depending on how much watermelon you eat. I'm really excited about growing this because I love watermelon, and I've actually specifically not bought any watermelon this year, like from people on the side of the road or anything like that, because I do have 2 growing back there, and I'm just like, it's like when you deprive yourself of it kind of, and then you can grow it yourself and you finally get to taste that sweet harvest. It's like, it's even better, right? So that's what I'm going for, but I'm really, really excited about trying to grow those. I got some sugar bond peas. These are like sweet peas, snap peas, and I'm not going to sow these yet. I do have a space marked out for them because I'm thinking if I can get it right. It said that's like a bush type variety, and not like a vining type. And if I can plant them and get them to where they mature around like when the cooler weather sets in, not like a light frost, because I don't, y'all, it's gonna be like forever, I think, till we get that. We really don't get very cold here, except for last year when everybody got like, you know, 5 degrees in February or whatever, but it really doesn't get that cold here. So I'm just gonna wait until, I don't know, maybe August, September to plant those. We'll see. Now these are definitely going in the ground, and these are old homestead beans. This is a vining type green bean, basically. I did try to grow, I think these are also called Kentucky Wonder Beans, I think is another term for them. But I did try to grow a bush type, I think it's called strike bean. I'll list it, you know, it'll be in the description below. And it was a bush type green bean, and it did not produce. I don't know if it was just too hot here or my soil wasn't right. I don't know exactly what happened. They did produce flowers, but then the little green beans just never got to anything. They were only about like this big, you know, they didn't have enough water. I don't know. Calendula. Now some people call this pot marigold, but anyway, calendula. And I'm really excited about growing that because I want it to come back every year. Radish, French breakfast radish. I'm not gonna plant these right now, but I do have them for when I need them. Oh, this was my free seed. If you don't know, Baker Creek, I'm not sure if it's like you have to buy 2 packs of seeds and you get 1 free, but they usually send like a free pack of seeds, and this is what they sent me, a this kind of carrot. Y'all see what it is called? It's a round carrot. Okay, so, thank you, Baker Creek. An early prolific straight neck squash. Now, like I said, it's, you know, the first week of July, almost second week of July, and people are like, what are you doing, like, you know, planting squash? Especially people around here, like old gardeners. They're very old school, and that's not a bad thing at all, but they just have this old school mentality in that, like, you plant, you harvest, and it's done. But I'm kind of different. I mean, I think there's a lot of wisdom in that type of gardening. I know there's a lot of wisdom in that type of gardening, and man, you know, I really wish I could like sit down with a table full of like older gentlemen, gardeners and women who had just done this for years and years, and just talk to them and listen to their stories, and you know what their mama and daddy and their granddaddy used to do. And because you just get so much, you know, knowledge from that type of stuff that you can't just get, like, you know, on the internet or reading books or whatever. But so anyway, I got this early prolific squash. I don't really like squash, to be honest. I know I don't really like it, but I like it enough to where I want to try to grow some. And I decided to sow this a little bit later in the season to ward off like the pest damage. And the last thing I got, and I'm really excited about this too, is a damon, y'all, I'm butchering these, a super sweet corn. And here's another thing, you know, I was telling my husband that I was gonna grow some sweet corn. He was like, it's too late to plant corn. I was like, no, it's not. You know, not according to my research. Yeah, I'm really excited. Now, this specific type on their website said that it was like a early day variety, like it produces in a certain amount of days or whatever. So, seeing as that, and that my climate, you know, is a little bit longer of a growing season, I'm gonna go ahead and try to grow this and just see if I can get some sweet corn. I've seen a couple of videos lately of people harvesting their sweet corn and putting it up, and it just looks delicious. And we're not really that big of corn eaters, and so that's why I never thought about growing it. That, and it takes up a lot of room. Never really thought about it, but you know, the bug bit me, and so I'm gonna try to grow some sweet corn. But we need to get this stuff in the ground, so let's do it. All right, y'all, so that's it. That's all the seeds I got planted. I'm gonna go around with the water hose and water all these in and put a little circle around each letter in my garden journal, and hopefully we'll get some stuff growing. I don't know if you could tell when I was planting those beans that there's some broccoli plants still there, so I'm going to make sure the beans sprout, and when they sprout, then I will cut the broccoli down at the soil level. I'm not going to pull the roots up. I'm just going to cut the broccoli down at the soil level, leave all of those old roots in the ground so that they can decompose and add organic matter to the soil. But wish me luck, and check back next time for some improvement in the garden. We'll see you next time. Bye.